lakad matatas!
Normally. Spirit, I think Void Spirit is one of the most underrated heroes in all of the meta for sure.
Ooh, PA. Interesting. That could be a boy PA. That could be an Aghanims PA game because you really need a dispel. You don't trade, and he just got his courier killed with the tangos, and that means he doesn't get to sustain himself. So it's really gonna be really hard. Now a bit of a problem for Sans, and he will feed first blood to Trine Protector.
Yeah, they make that one look easy, but need tiny timing so much. Make sure the Avalanche toss can't just one-shot the course, because Lina is super squishy and super susceptible to getting tiny ganked early on.
That's a bit of an interesting one. They do this is a spear, and the follow-up is here.
Yeah, everybody is still very much high health, so they will be able to get themselves to their own half of the lane. But that was closer than it looked for Son Goku at first glance. He is pretty beefy though, thanks to 2 freaking braces, and that's gonna be a kill on the Snapfire instead, happening over on the bottom lane, with the Lina still just barely dodging the Pangolier. Pangolier almost has another shield crash, and that's gonna be the kill on the Lina.
Oh, that's a really good trade for the side of Atlantis. And not only do they get
there from Dawn, there is no way around the Lina and the Void Spirit being online at the exact same time, going together, looking for kills, and just making it look so easy as they want to burst down people left and right. On top lane now, speaking of burst, Clockwork takes the full combo from the Mars to the face, plus a Fate Bolt from the Rubik, and that is just gonna be too much damage for him to handle.
I think he was just a bit too aggressive. He wanted to go on Rubik.
You still have a good chance of killing PA with the arena.
They will try to retaliate here. They are going on Mars themselves. A spear comes out. Son Goku has really low resources, and battery assault is working. He might be going down, and then he tries to take Ponyo with him, but it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, nice one. Saves his life for now. He is still low health, but with the God's Rebuke, turns that around, and instead it's gonna be a dead Clockwork. Now the Mars is gonna drop to PA, but I don't think he is salty about that in the slightest. Just having the extra mobility too is so important at this timing. Though, right now it is kind of PA waiting room, since until we know the PA's Battle Fury timing, it's so hard to say how the game actually stands win rate rise. But with a nice Mars arena, that Battle Fury may yet again be delayed, and with the Laguna Blade to the face of the PA, it very much will be, as the Snapfire almost goes down herself, and Lina just barely gets caught with the Avalanche plus Cox thanks to Clockwork's excellent positioning. Now Mars, low health, but still man fighting it up. Son Goku is doing the best he can. God's Rebuke dodging the Scatter Blast. Can he survive through all of this? Taking the cookie as well. So many resources just into a Mars kill. Even the end.
Guys, I need BKB because otherwise I'm just dead.
Yeah, I think so too. The alternative, of course, would be a Vanguard to turn into an Abyssal and then gets BKB in between. Ponyo goes on down to yet another amazing Mars arena, but the Mars arena, it can only carry you against so much, and it is 3 heroes giving it their all now. The Void Spirit comes on in, looks to nuke down W's on the Pango, and Pangolier is down. MS still running out of there. The Trine Protector actually doing such a good job tanking, but with the Scatter Blast, he is gonna be dead. Void Spirit taunts, knows full well he is this Tiny on lockdown, and Tiny would just prefer to get a kill on Dockrest. Dockrest swashbuckling himself out. Void Spirit has a Remnant, and everybody is gonna be fine, except Mango Rose, who died.
Surprising part to me, if I'm honest.
Oh, that's how Lina works nowadays. That's how everybody plays her. You just max the Fiery Soul because Fiery Soul is so freaking low. And then it's all about how many people do you hit with the spells. And Mars goes on down to the Snapfire. But with this Pangolier Rolling Thunder being stolen from the Rubik, I think that's gonna be all there is to it, folks. Maybe not, as in jumps the Void Spirit, and he really wants WS. Is gonna get tossed and has to get himself out. Lina gets a nice 2-man stun though, and off of that, Trine ultimate is gonna keep them in place for the Lina to machine gun down, and that's gonna be 2 kills in a row thanks to the Cox being misplaced. PA comes into the fight though and does secure kill. The Mars arenas, when they're not there, Mars, of course, he has a way more important cooler than Tiny. Then, oh boy, speaking of Mars versus Tiny, Mars is gonna get Avalanche tossed by the Tiny. Will find a beautiful 4-man arena with the hookshot of the Mark, but Mars knows full well he is dead here, no matter what he does.
I feel like they kind of wasted the potential of Mars in this game. I guess the idea was that they don't need to fight.
Pangolier jumping in on the Rubik, and with that Spirit Vessel, he is actually dealing so much freaking damage right now. So either kill the Tiny or kill the PA. That's what Dawn needs, because in this game is Dawn squad will lose their Lina from the looks of it with the Tiny coming in. Maybe not nice Street Protector ultimate, but the Avalanche is gonna mean just enough damage coming in, as now Rubik goes down as a follow-up kill. Rolling Thunder comes out from Pangolier, still on the chase. A beautiful kill on Mango Rose, though. Makes sure Void Spirit Step was not in vain, and MS is juking most of that Rolling Thunder. Beautiful Margarina. However, is that Margarina even going to be enough to kill the Tiny? I do not think so, and nope, indeed. Instead, it's going to be MS dying, and now Sun Goku finally drops again.
I mean, they did ability.
I don't think Atlantis need it, because while it's still viable, it's usually viable if you have a Beastmaster. You have to push on your side. And Atlantis, they don't need push by any means. That's why I like the Aghanim's a little bit better. But if he suddenly queues up an Assault Curse, I can totally understand that. And Clockwork almost takes on out to the Witchblade once again. This time around, Ponyo does force EX to jump back into the Cox though. And that means Void Spirit is going to be taken low by the Pangolier, and with the Cookie will be caught and killed off. However, thanks to a nice Marsupial, there may still be turnaround kills from the side of Dawn, and Dawn will not get either of them. Both the Snapfire living as well as the Pangolier. Now Pangolier trying to Rolling Thunder, not quite able to get that, but he did force the tree to reveal himself, and Tree Protector is now scared for his life.
They saw him for a second there, but I don't think they can continue the chase. He's gonna slap them.
While there are counter pickoffs happening from Dawn, the longer they play this pickoff game, the better it is for the Tiny, and the smoke is gonna be broken on the mid lane. Rubik places a ward, but he will immediately be Avalanche tossed down for that. Now, can they kill off the Tiny thanks to the Mars Arena? Damage isn't really there. Tiny now has the 20 points of armor, and that means he just ignores right clicks. In comes the Phantom Assassin, kills off a support real quick. And Tiny with the Avalanche, looking for a follow-up on the Mars. PA even pressed BKB for that just to have the kill. And well, that is a nice second. BKB kind of wasted, but I don't think you even care with Mango Rose.
But they will get destroyed over the BKB duration.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that happening. Well, maybe not even a BKB necessary to destroy the Lina if she goes that far into position. Void Spirit still dishing out large amounts of AoE damage, but you are already down your right click to finish off those kills. And now with the Clockwork spam and with the damage coming out from everyone, because the Pangolier with Spirit is still taking people down. GG is just gonna get called as Dawn realized they've missed their mid-game timing entirely.
Oh, this was a little bit painful to watch, if I'm honest. This Void doesn't deal damage until later in the game. Storm Spirit can be countered. And yeah, Underlord is a pipe into Lotus kind of hero, potentially. And I like this pick once again. I really like what Atlantis have. I'm not...
First blood attempt, Ponyo taking a ton of damage from the Soul Stamps of the Visage. One more Soul Stamps is not quite gonna do it, as Ponyo is running for his slave. Live Mango Rose, he did not get the rune, but he is probably gonna get the first blood at this rate. And the first blood going to the sniper, that's definitely lags, what makes a really big mistake here. Or you get yourself cookied by the Snapfire, and MS is just gonna go down to that. Now Faceless Void would really like a kill on Sands, and it's gonna get that just with the damage over time. WS. I mean, and there was also a group of people, like the Mars and the supports could have grouped up and could have created space, but the Mars just wanted to become an additional carry. Now, over on the top lane, the brawl is gonna start off once again, and that's gonna be 2 in going to the Silencer. From the looks of it, he may be dying for that play. Void, he's hitting and hitting, but he just won't bash. K now actually could just try to save the Silencer, turn around on the Underlord, and Silencer didn't get himself the intelligence, but he does get to live.
White yet, because he knows that wherever he goes, I think Storm Spirit will follow.
I was thinking pretty much the same thing. Now on the bottom lane, Storm Spirit is going to be the first one to come on in, and he will kill off not only Ponyo, but he is going to jump at Mango Rose. Mango Rose trying to teleport out, isn't going to be allowed to. Yeah, that's disastrous. And now this is actually looking like a free game for Dawn, where they just win all 3 of the lanes, even kill off this Underlord one more time, and Sans maybe in a bit of trouble himself. Puck comes on in with a nice rotation, which is gonna result in a Silencer dying in all likelihood. Silencer, he just wants to take this Snapfire with him. Not quite gonna be enough by 30 freaking health.
I'm really
Puck, and Puck will lose the cross, but it's not good for that. Now Tiny comes in, Avalanche up the mark, but Puck still taking chunk after chunk of magical damage from the Storm. And the Illusory Orb gets canned by the face fight, but Storm has died due to a beautiful Dream Coil being thrown on top of him. Dance still brawling it up with the Silence, still having beef. But I don't think this Snapfire on her own can do enough. No, maybe. The Puck is back in and positioning is excellent. And now a follow-up cookie onto the Tiny one.
just not purchased.
Yeah, it's gonna be the typical meta Mask of Madness into Hurricane Tide build, which of course allows him to fight really early off the headshot. But on top lane we see a beautiful 2-man chrono, which is gonna be 2-3 kills.
Mega kill.
Potential attack in their own jungle. Maybe they're just protecting their Void, but they're sharing farm here. I don't know why they do that.
Well, the Void is gonna go initiate on top of the Snapfire. In comes the Stone Spirit, and with his nuke damage, that is not even gonna be a question of if the Snapfire has a chance of getting away, lol. On bottom, seems like the action is gonna continue with a 1-man Dream Coil. But hey, Puck also gets the burst. That's a 200 bonus for that kill, if they can get the Visage kill at all, thanks to an excellent Avalanche from Doctoress. And it will be too late with the kill lead being as big as it is for Dawn.
There is a chance he dies like several times.
Right after. Oh my god, Snapfire. She walks up the high ground, and yeah, you just don't get to press your button. You think, oh, I walk up the high ground, I cookie if I see anyone. No, no, you walk up the high ground and you do not get to press cookie anymore. You walk up the high ground and you freaking die and give intelligence to the Silencer, who now is 20.
Next. So they have front lines, they have damage, they have a way to engage. They will lose their Silencer most likely, though Silencer, he doesn't think so.
Yeah, from the looks of it, Silence is gonna be able to get away with just a sliver of health, and the Rocket says nope. Dockrest, he was almost close enough to help his buddy out there. And is now instead gonna get hookshot on. There's gonna be the Avalanche into a 2-man Chronosphere. And the Void, he may have ran after the Underlord a little bit too long, but they still do get the Puck. So everything is fine. K now has to make his way out of there, since Sniper is in pursuit. Would really like this Void kill, but instead in jumps the Storm Spirit, saving the Void and making another quick kill happen onto Mangarose, as now the Underlord follows it. And the last one alive is the Snapfire, who has died at the very start of that fight already.
Oh, that's just beautiful Dota from the side of Dog Gaming. Once again, Sniper, he's BKB. He now almost has a completed Orchid. An attack on Sans, he will die to Tiny and EX. Extra 2
Easy
intelligence.
pick up to start things up, but Mangarose, that is the big target they are looking for. And it looks like, without hesitation, Dawn are able to run down the Sniper. Sniper does not have a tank to protect himself and all the damage in the world, which he has a lot of. It's just of no use if you die like this, stun locked up and executed. Son Goku still man fighting as best he can with the Soul Assumption against 3 people. He knows his team is coming in, and with the Gravekeeper's Cloak has been doing a good job creating spaces. Now the Storm Spirit comes in. That's 1, 2, 3 people dying in total, with once again only the Snapfire respawning by the time everybody else is done dying.
That was a fight without...
Underlord is gonna try to keep the Void low and locked in place, but instead the Underlord is gonna get ran at with the Silencer and the Tiny. Tiny Toss is there, and they deal so much freaking damage, but Underlord is quite tanky. Out comes the Chrono now, just to make sure Underlord is dead, and well, obviously he freaking is, or is he actually? Void turns around a little bit too early, and Snowstorm has to come in, finish the kill, faces Void still alive, bites a little Papa, and Storm Spirit is gonna die the first time, but that is a death he gladly takes, because there's people low health, and he is hungry for far, but there's Silence coming in the second he respawns. EX barely manages to get himself away thanks to a good Avalanche from the Tiny, and Tiny sacrifices himself for a clock.
It'll be a possibility. They will try their best, and the best, like we just saw Storm. struggling against... Okay, never mind. He was struggling against Puck and his silence, right? But against Underlord, it could be even worse because you can Pit of Malice into Road of Aethys, into second proc of Pit of Malice, into silence and all of that.
And now Clockwork misses the hookshot, gets Avalanche tossed up. Silencer, he only has 34 intelligence, wants to make that 36, is gonna do so. While the bottom tier 2 tower has been wrecked with the Visibird and the Void. And now this extremely dangerous push potential from the side.
I think it's gonna be hard defending the tier 3s, the outer towers, but later on I think they can go and defend their barracks quite easily. Oh, they're gonna go with Ornament pieces.
Silence coming out. They've vision. Now they do with the Sorcerer coming top, and that is gonna be catch on the Puck. Puck nuke down, -2 and another -2 off of that Clockwork. The next catch will be WS and Mangaro Rose, and them connecting on the Snipe, and the Snipe is gonna go down. Tiny didn't even die thanks to an excellent ult, and that is gonna be a kill on this. Snapfire is the Underlord gonna be able to even get back into his own base. Well, a return kill from Mangaros on the Silencer, so he gets himself a double kill thanks to that buyback, but with a one-man currency and the Void is hitting too hard. He dies for 100 seconds, GG gets called.
Yeah, Sniper, he committed with the buyback, but getting punished like that was not ideal. I feel like a lot of this game was on the Store Spirit and Silencer.